And it's time for us to speak to Martin Kofi Arthur, and he's called King Atta. Some people say Kinaata, so for short. And I want to tell you that he's the biggest winner for this year's 3 Music Awards. His song, Things Fall Apart, won the Song of the Year, and that's the ultimate award for the 3 Music Awards. Congratulations to you, Kofi Kinaata.
Thank you.
Were you anticipating that?
Yes and no. I would say yes, I would say no. Yeah, I knew what I had, and I knew the kind of song that I've put in out there. So definitely I knew we were gonna get something, but I wasn't desperate. Yeah.
I see. Congratulations once again. And that picks 4 awards. So you have an award for the songwriter, the producer, you, the musician, and I think there's one other person that gets. So that's a 4-in-1 award. So how many belongs to you as Kofi Kinaata?
I think 2.
So you're the songwriter and you're the musician, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, how are you doing? How has the season been treating you? I know that there's a lot of concern by a lot of artists. How have you been managing in this season?
We have no option. We have to cope, you know. Man must survive, so we live in. It's better than death. So yeah, we've lost a lot, and I'm not the only person. Everybody, as you can see, we're still alive. Yeah, we are coping. We're hoping for the best.
Definitely, we all hoping for the best. And where are you? Are you in Takrady or are you in Accra?
Hey, on no location, coded.
On no location, coded.
I'm in Takrady.
Hey, then, okay, I understand. You don't want the tardy guys to come knocking on your door, eh?
Oh, I wonder when you do at don't be when you move.
So let's talk about. Let's talk a little more about Kofi Kinaata. You have done fantastic songs over the year. They keep saying that you're the youngest artist who have won the Songwriter of the Year. And we have Susukan, right. Things Fall Apart. We have Sweetie Pie. A lot of songs. Okay, let's see if we can get Kofi Kinaata again. Okay,
yes,
so
yes,
so
we have. And they are calling now.
What did you say?
You told them I'm in Takrady and they are calling now.
I told you that I'm sure you didn't want to say that because you didn't want them to come knocking on your door. Very sorry I had to ask about that. But let's talk about your songwriting skill.
They are calling. They want to make sure I'm here.
Let's talk about your songwriting skill. Tell me about it. How do you do it?
Yeah. I don't even know. I think it's a talent. I'm just a perfectionist. Like, if it must be done, it must be done well, and that's my policy. So I don't know. Whatever I want to do, I make sure I do it right.
So in doing that, how do you conceive what you want to write about?
Yeah, I do research. I ask questions where I don't know. I ask things that I don't know. I ask, and I do my best. That's what I can say. I think it's talent. It's a talent. That's what we call talent. Things that you don't even understand. You don't know how you do it.
So for how long does it take you to write a song? For instance, Things Fall Apart. How long did it take you to scribble that beautiful piece?
You know, I have this playing nature. Like, I play a lot. When you're observing me from afar, you think I'm not serious. And that is me. That's how I want people to see me. I think life itself, it shouldn't be serious. So I play a lot. I don't pressure myself. Like, I work whenever I feel like I want to work. A friend of mine told me, if you enjoy being this and your mom and time, maybe I feel a bit. Like, I don't let some things bother me. Yeah. But when I'm under pressure, I can do a song in 2 days. That's the first day we will be working on the instrumentations, and the second day I will be working on my lyrics. But I love to take my time and write. Like, I will write, I'll go and sleep. I will listen to it. When you happen to be with me, you will listen to a lot of short songs, like uncompleted songs, as my friends call them. Listen to a lot of songs. So whenever I feel like, oh, I have to complete this song, I complete it. I play to people, I ask for their opinions and things like that. But when I'm under pressure, I can write a sensible song, excuse me to say, in a day when I'm under pressure.
I like the fact that you said a sensible song. It takes me to the fact that you said that I saw a video on your birthday, I think, or on Donzi's birthday. One of you. You said they asked you, your mother asked you why you wrote Mom Beledi, and you said it's your friend Donzi that wrote it.
I said, she was asking, whose song is that? Kofi, Mom Bele, what is that? You know, in Takrad, when you say Bele, it's something like when we were kids, we are not allowed to say Bele till I normalized it. I made it. You can say it Bele, but when it's Bele, then it's personal. So for now, the Bele is normal. Yeah. So my mother was worried. Kofi, I mean, Mom, but I'm some ways on your moon, you more. Don't you know,
why so was it that
now, she thinks that song is for those?
Can you imagine? Was it that you weren't proud?
Yeah. No. When we Mom Belede is simply celebrating success in a crazy way. So when you listen to the lyrics, yeah, bobo, yes, you go, na ya kapa, then we celebrate success in a crazy way. Yeah, Mom Belede, yeah, hard, you do, na ya klaba, yeah, Mom Belede, echo school, hard, na ya vaka, vacations day, sometimes you're very cool off, you're very relaxed. That's where you do the Mom Belede. So it's basically celebrating success in a crazy way. Yeah. But
mommy didn't understand that, so you had to lie to her to cover up.
Oh no, you never time, you know. Oh, she wouldn't listen. The melody in the song is the problem.
Great, but you have a huge fan base in Efie Kuma, where you're from, and that's how come you keep saying Efie Kuma. Why you say, you know, they give you a lot of support there. What do you think that you have done differently? Because we have a lot of talent from the West.
Region. I don't know, man. I think I represent them very much. Like I represent them. Everything about Kofi Kinaata is about the West. I represent them. Whenever you're talking about Western region, people just mention Kofi Kinaata. Whenever they mention Kofi Kinaata, people think of the West. That is one thing that I decided to do. I was trying to be like original. I was trying to sound like a tardy boy, and that is what I did. When everybody was rapping and singing in Chi, because they thought Chi was selling, or because people were making it with Chi. People were doing Chi, even though they are from Takrade, even though they don't speak Chi, they were forcing to do it in Chi. But I came and I did it like Kofi Kinaata. It was natural. I was being me. I was proud of my people, so I represented them, and here we are.
So Things Fall Apart is what has brought us to 3 Music Awards, getting the Ultimate Awards. Now, there are a few things that you said in Things Fall Apart that people keep wondering. So people from the Islamic side say you threw shots at them. People who are Christians say you threw shots at them. So where do you belong in between these two?
I even threw shot at myself.
Tell me, which shot was at yourself? I think that we have a network issue. But let's listen to Things Fall Apart. And when we are back, I'm sure we'll have some more conversations on Things Fall Apart. And of course, we delve more into the issue about, you know, his fan base in the Western region. So let's enjoy it. And we can say for a fact that this is a special song for Babina, who is our director today. She loves the song. And hey, Charlie, all of a sudden, you've worn your mask. Okay. I hope we can hear you when you speak.
The second coming.
The second coming,
The second coming.
Hey, I love this look, but let's see if we can hear you. So we're speaking about your song, what we just played, Things Fall Apart, and you're telling me that even in that song, you took a swipe at your own self. So which of the lyrics was for you?
The whole part-time Christian thing was for me.
So you're a part-time Christian?
Yeah, sometimes you feel ashamed, and the girls will not let you even say you are a Christian. Like your kind of lifestyle doesn't suit a Christian. So we are part-time Christians, and now, yeah.
And you want to fight a full-time devil?
We can't fight. We will lose that battle. You know? And also the Jehovah thing. You know, when the Jehovah Witness people come, some of us run away. I've been there before. I've done that before, and I'm not proud of that, and I'm done with that. Nowadays, when they are coming, I listen to them. It's gospel.
Did you get some backlash from them when you sang that song or when you put them in Things Fall Apart? Did any of them reach out to you? Did you see any of them complaining?
No, they were even happy that, you know, it's a huge problem when they are coming, people will run away. So I was addressing that issue and they were happy. That was some of the things that they were also like, they singled out and they were like bashing people with it. They will quote you. Kofi said, hey, so they had something to, you know, go with.
I think that the National Gospel Music Awards or so gave you the Inspirational Song of the Year for Things Fall Apart.
Yeah.
Did it come to you as a surprise? Because it came to a lot of people as a surprise because there's a gospel award.
Yeah, and I was very happy and I was very proud of myself. I was very glad for that. And I would like to use this opportunity to thank them once again. Like, I'm humbled.
Inti a part-time Christian. Inti sisi ane aji atumu say a Christian.
Part-time. I went to that. Oh, your kind of ways are not the ways of a Christian. So I don't want to be hypocrite. I'm a part-time Christian and I'm not proud of that and I'm working towards that. Sometimes you feel guilty out to the extent that you even deny that you are a Christian because you don't want people to, you don't want to tarnish the name Christian. So you feel like saying you are not a Christian so that people will not judge you. But as a matter of fact, my dad is a preacher.
Oh, he is?
From a Christian background. Yes.
Where?
I'm from a Christian background. Church of Christ. Oh,
in Efiekuma?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, my dad is at the Kwesimtim branch, but I was a member of Efiekuma. I went to Kwesimtim. While the chapel I was a member of Efiekuma because the church was closer to my house. Then my dad was transferred to Kwesimtim, so I had to follow my dad there. Then from Efiekuma to Kwesimtim is kind of far, so it was discouraging. So I had my own with Efiekuma Kakra. I had my own with Kwesimtim Kakra. Then I went to Odoko. I was fellowshipping with them, the Odoko Church of Christ. And now where I am, where I'm staying now, I'm yet to find one Church of Christ to go.
So how does your dad feel about this particular piece, which is Things Fall Apart? As a preacher who mounts the pulpit, preaching to people, and I'm sure his congregants will be saying, your son has done a song jabbing us, and you are preaching to us. How does your dad feel about it?
Yeah, he's for this moment, I think he's very proud of me because when I started doing the rap, and when I started doing music, you know, the previous musicians, they had some perception for the previous musicians, so he didn't want me to do that. So there was a back and forth and argument and stuff like that. But when I started doing music, though he wasn't paying attention because I was doing rap, thought for rap they are saying nonsense. So I released the Susuka song. That was the only song that my father called. From now, he's a fan. He called and he was like, "Hey, Kofi, I feel now I'm born you." I feel now I'm born you. So he became a fan. He's been monitoring me from afar. Whenever he's not pleased with some of my lyrics, he will call me and he will demand an explanation. And I have to make sure I explain it to his satisfaction. I can't remember there's this song, Made in Tadi. And I said something like, your girlfriend is our girlfriend. My father was pissed. He called me and I need to explain myself. So I told him, oh, Daddy, you know, even in the Bible, they say be your brother's keeper. So your brother's girlfriend is your girlfriend.
What an explanation to give.
Yeah, yes. He's very deep and you have to be deep to tackle him one-on-one. So your brother's girlfriend should be your girlfriend. You should be concerned about your brother's girlfriend's welfare and things like that. So it was like, what the Messiah fell.
You outsmarted him with that one. But let's talk about Efiekuma again and the guys from the West Side. They look up to you that you agree to. You've said they give you support and all that. The musicians there are expecting a lot from you, Kofi Kinaata.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I'm a human being and I'm doing my best. I can do more than my best. I've featured a lot of them. And that is what I can do for them. I have this Made in Tadi show that when it comes to Made in Tadi, the whole world will be looking at Takrade. It's a very huge platform, and I give to up-and-coming people to come and showcase their talent. But me force a horse and I don't know. So what I will do is to give you the platform to be in your songs for the like attentions and things like that. But it is up to you to do your best. I was featured on Castro's song, and the verse in it was, I did like 30 seconds verse in it. The first one was like 15 seconds, the second one like 20 seconds. And people saw me because I did my best, because I had something unique, because, you know, so that is the opportunity will come. It's up to you to utilize it. I can't write for you. All that I can do is to feature you in a track and maybe help you shoot the video or be in the video. Yeah.
Look, I asked this because from Connect FM, you know, we have a network in Takrady. It's Connect FM. This morning, one of the producers, Mousy, sent me messages and said, ask Kofi Kinaata. A lot of the young folks said they've sent him their verses for him to bless with your song. They don't hear from him. Yeah. And they say that, oh, we are expecting a lot for him to push us, you know, give us, you know, some feature on his own songs as well. And he's not doing all of that. So these are concerns from people in Takrady.
Yeah, you know, when you monitor me, I don't put people on my songs. Like, on my songs, it's my story, and I don't know how good you can tell it. From the horse's own mouth, I can tell my own story. So that is my story. So I don't know how somebody will come and tell my story for me. You see that? So I don't have people on my songs. I rather feature people in their songs. It's a project that I'm doing. I'm the music. That people look at the music in some way, but I have some kind of perception or vision that I used to look at my music. Like, people will understand later, not now. So it's a mission. It's not a competition. It's a mission. I have something that I want to do, some impact that I want to make, and that is what I'm focusing on.
However, if they decide, so what about those who claim that they sent you verses for you to bless, and they're not hearing from you?
A lot of them are not lying. I featured like 30 songs in this city, like 30 songs.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, you know, I can't do everything. Even our president is doing his best. The president that they voted for is doing his best. We are not all satisfied, so I can't satisfy everybody. But, you know, I'm doing my best. There are a lot of things that I do that I don't care. For me, that is not my policy. Once I was a lefty and mama right. So maybe that is why, because I've been keeping quiet for a very long time, maybe that is why people are saying that. I now understand why, even when the MPs are sharing hand sanitizer, they put their stickers on it, because
well, let's talk about single and free. Are you still single and free?
Yeah, I mean,
Are you still single and free? Because I know a lot of girls who are admiring you.
I'm not single and free. I'm allergic. So for now, I have a girlfriend, and you know, allergic, anything can happen. So
tell me, allergic. So you can accommodate how many women?
Like 7.
Hey, as some not say.
It's a lie. It's a lie. I have a girlfriend.
You have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Is she in the space? Is she in show business?
You know, you know. It's afternoon. My for nieces and nephews are in the house. They are watching me on TV3, and their uncle is here saying, I have a girlfriend. They will think it's cool. They also go for girlfriends and boyfriends. That's why I don't normally talk about that. Hey, my boy, once a girl with the answer, where you paying for?
And so when you did single and free, I didn't think that your nephews and nieces will be listening to the song and ask that single and free or yabazi.
So single and free is for like, it was a song I did for broken-hearted people, like people who have to let go of certain things. So instead of committing suicide or doing something bad to yourself, you listen to single and free. It's a kind of therapy, and you'll be free. We just want to call Instagram guests or then keep up enough. Yeah, so it was.
So as for single and free, all this while you've been telling me that you tell your stories. You don't know how people will tell it for you. But when you got to single and free there, you are telling people stories.
Oh, you know, I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink, but I sang what about that?
I see. If you don't smoke, you don't drink alcohol, there's something else that takes your money. What takes your money? They say a man should either be smoking, drinking, or he's doing allergy, like you're saying, or he's doing girls. So which one?
No. No. It's a lie. Me, I'm different, you know.
So what takes your money?
Money, there. Say you spend money.
On what?
You spend money on your project. You spend money on your family. You spend money on your friends. You spend money on whatever you want to spend money on. That's that.
So our friends, the girlfriends, can be in. Let's go.
Oh.
Anyway, let's go and listen to Single and Free.
You know what? Let me
tell me one thing.
You know, because I don't smoke, I don't drink. That doesn't mean I'm against that. I'm not against marijuana. Like I don't look at people who smoke some way. Like you'll be in the movement at us. So big up rastas. You know, anyway. Especially coming from the high grade family.
Yes, coming from the high grade family, you have to be careful when you're speaking.
Not alone, no, let me, yeah. Mighty.
Anyway, let's listen to Single and Free from Kofi Kinaata. And definitely, Kofi Kinaata, I need to tell you that anytime you visit the premises of TV3, you should look for Babina. She knows your song. She isn't looking for a line that she's heard in the song, and she's saying, there's a line in this song. Please look for Babina anytime you come through our premises, I beg you. And let her know that you appreciate her for enjoying your songs. Now, there's also been a conversation about Tadi versus Tema. They say, and I was speaking to one of you, Aisem the other time, that they say that there are lots of talents in Takoradi, that if you decide to match Tema, we will see that, Charlie, west side there, every good thing comes from the west. Do you also believe that?
So Obiara na me no kwane yere da Obiara nkara na me no kwane yere da agasa so yeah
so you say
want definitely we the stamp based though yeah.
So if they decide to do a battle between Takoradi and Tema, would you participate?
That was then, like when you coming up, you think you should be better than somebody, then that means you are satisfied or that means you are okay. But when you grow up, you know that on your competition or your contribution. So the policy, like battle policy, map for now, what do you have? What are you bringing to the table? What are you contributing to what do you have? That is it. In Canada, like. They had beefs, but when they are talking about it now, they don't talk about their beef. They talk about their project, what they did. If they are forgotten about the beefs, people don't remember the beef, your songs. So that is what the focus is on now. Like, what are we bringing? What difference are you making? That is what I'm focused on.
Beautiful. Then you talked about the high grade family. You left the high grade family how many years ago?
Family, how can you leave your family? You when you grow up, you move from your house, but when there's a family meeting, you come. When there's funeral, you come. When there's party, you come. So family, we don't leave. For now, I'm out as a grown up, trying to apply what I learned from high grade family, and that's what I'm doing. And when the success comes, you go home. So I still go back to high grade family.
Great. Beautiful people have come from the high grade family. Yourself, Stoneboy, there was Kaki at a certain time. Tell me, you said you've learned a lot from them. Tell me how being with Samini's high grade impacted your music career.
The confidence level alone, being with Samini, the kind of confidence Samini will give you. I remember there was this song and I was trying to do rap on it. And I was doing some nice melodies, and it was like, yo, those of you who don't, if you don't get closer to Samini, you wouldn't know. Samini can speak fancy too.
Wow.
He speaks a lot of languages, and he can speak fancy. Yeah, he speaks fancy with me. He was like, hey, but start will be a fair. So he was encouraging me to do my best, like feel free and do whatever I want to do. So being with Samini alone is a plus, and I would say it helped me a lot. Some of the automatically, because I'm on the high grade, automatically the high grade family became my family. The fans became my fans. So that was it from there.
Now, having grown to be a successful brand yourself, are you also thinking of putting people under your umbrella, not just featuring them, but putting them under your umbrella? Maybe you have a Kinaata family or something you want to call it, a record label of the sort.
Yeah. By all means, I have to do that, by all means. But looking at some past experience and some of the body, the corpse of the dead, another the body of the dead is a living testimony, and the living one into the living at us. You know, some of the things that we see and some of the stuff that we hear, it doesn't make even those things attractive to us anymore. We on our days we were humble. We did a lot. We learned. We took our time. We weren't in a rush. I have to find somebody who can do that, because I stayed with my manager Tony. I did everything. I was cooking. I was looking after dogs. I was sweeping. It wasn't like they are punishing me or something. I was happy to be with them, like a family and the junior brother in the family. You sweep, you wash, you do stuff, you tidy up the houses. That was what I was doing. So up to now, if I go back to Tony, I want to stay with you. You will let me come again.
So you are more worried about the posture of a lot of up and coming artists. Yeah. They are not ready to serve. Yeah. So you don't want to even get yourself mixed up in that.
Yeah, that one is one. And the caliber of like the industry we find ourselves in. Sakwade will take somebody, they will say, hey, Sakwade is sitting on the person's talent because he's a young artist. Sakwade wants to tap into his fan base, blah, 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 blah. Sakwade will leave the person. And Sakwade doesn't want to help. That is what we are doing here. So if you look at what they are doing, you don't even go there. People will be walking up and down, walking just like that with no bicycle. You try to go and help the person and you get people saying stuff into their ear. And why don't they buy you a car? Why don't they do this for you? If I can't somebody who why I'm born, you can no come no. Hi, we are going to
Anyway, that's all time we'll allow us to have with you. We are grateful that you made time to join us. You want to have a second or a minute to speak to your fans out there, those who appreciate you and have patronized your music all through.
Oh, okay. I see. This is a craft in a poor café. Be a kubu ma lo café to go feed them say about kebe and attack game most of kebi. So I would say a big shout out to everybody, especially the Team fans. Kali yehu bia one I mean think of flash one I rube nyina. Yakupani shiro bia with time we will get there at the pepe bia no na ye den. I'm now welcome us am mampa because I was warned, but catch up the demi Jenny, them not CK man, a offending Papa Yanson. I mean, for the currency or Kebicham, the coffee, them really genial. I did the Elbay day, they know what to walk on Kuman for Wayana then. Catch a daddy may who be a cash with Kebicham, missing Newman Kebicham coffee. So, well, I said, they that, yeah, the old offer that they did it.
Kofi, I want to cut into this. I want to cut into this because we need to go. One of the things I didn't ask you was recently Castro's birthday. And, you know, next year will be the 7th year. After next year, if we don't find Castro, then they can publicly declare him dead. Now, what do you make of, you know, the birthday? People are contributing to the family and all that. What have you done? And what do you make of the fact that next year, if we don't see Castro, then officially he's being pronounced dead?
Which one do I have to answer?
Please answer both quickly for me.
What do I make of? Okay, me sometimes when it's Castro's birthday, I know people will be posting. I don't like to post on that. Post the birthday. Your loved ones, I watch how you want to hear on it. So I don't do that. For now, I don't know what to talk. I don't know what to say. Whenever you mention Castro, I become emotional. Man, she in common eye some way, but the best year.
Thank you very much. And have you been in touch with his family? Are they doing well?
Yeah, they are all fine. Everybody is fine.
All right. Thank you very much for making time to speak to us, Kofi Kinaata. We are very, very grateful to you and keep safe. We are grateful.